I'm going to watch this exclusive interview revealing unseen details and shocking evidence.
And then we're going to move on to a lot of things that you haven't seen or heard, because there's no way you could have. It just came out. I gotta, let me do this. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get to it. I got to share a different screen. Let me drop this down and get here. Hold on. It didn't. It clicked onto a new thing. Luckily, Brian Etten was awesome, and he went and cut this out with the interview only. So now we can play it. And
I want you to hear my conversation with Sandra Campbell. This is a close friend of Elena's. Sandra, I'm so sorry for what happened to your friend. It's just such a terrible situation. If you don't mind, just tell me first about the last time you saw.
Guys, I just want you to know, if you saw this, don't be in despair. I'm only doing it to make sure that we get the full story documented, all right? I love this chat because none of you are rude and happy to chat. Well, thank you, Nikki B. We appreciate that. I mean, I'm always in a happy mood when I come on here. And if not, I'm definitely in a happy mood by the time I get off, right? He didn't look for her, and he didn't even call for a day. But that's besides the point. Once I get to all the evidence, you're going to say, what? All right, Live and Lear says, I'm a BHRN. They also give long-acting injections that can go sideways. And you know what? I'm so glad that you're here. Please stay here so you can answer questions in chat as they come. Listen, this goes parallel not only with the JP Miller thing, but guys, Lauren DeMolo, that happened to her. The same thing that's happening here. If you guys have been following my coverage, Lauren DeMolo went to a mental health facility, and days after she got out and was having episodes, allegedly she left her shoes, she left everything on the bench, and just walked off into the water and disappeared. All right, you remember Paul DeMolo, Lauren DeMolo? Same circumstances. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Yes, manners are free. The boss bitch says medication can act different. This is where we're going right here. My daughter was given Prozac. Wow, I don't want to use that word, but thank you. Yes, they can. All right, let's get into it. Grab your popcorn, Pac-Man. I've got, right after this, guys, I'm going to show you where the body was found. You'll be able to see where her body was, you know, where it makes an impression. And then especially when decomp starts and bugs come and maggots and all those things, you can really see the area. So I've got video footage of the area, and then I have video footage of another couple talking about her whereabouts and what in the hell happened. Now, this is an almost 2-minute interview, and it's with neighbors, and they're going to tell us about the apartment complex and how far away Planet Fitness was, etc., etc. If you've seen that interview, let me know, because I never saw it. All of this just came out. All right, let's watch this, and then we can discuss everything else.
Elena, and kind of what stands out to you.
We went to brunch May the 31st. A couple girls, a couple of her clients were there, friends I had known before. We all met up. Elena's,
hold on, I don't want to
like, loves the new place, loves to, you know, kind of host something and get people together, and, like, you know, people that's entrepreneurs, you know, people like herself. Yeah, so she invited me out, and
she said entrepreneurs like her. All right, I just want you to remember who Elena was. We don't know much about her, but we're learning more as we continue. Teresa, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I love that you're still here from the Madeline Soto days. Y'all ready for this? And I'm probably not going to talk about it. I'm only saying this because Teresa is here. Oh boy, did I have a surprise. And by the way, Deb, I'm gonna get back to Stefan this weekend. I'm not gonna talk about it unless he allows it. But guys, I got a message from Stefan Stearns out of the blue yesterday, and I was shocked about what he wants to talk about, and I'm ready for it, but my head was ready to explode over work and all the other cases. So Stephen Stearns has some stuff to say, and we're going to talk about the autopsy, guys. The autopsy of Madeline Soto that I've never seen. You guys are never going to see. He's definitely seen and studied. So very, very interesting. We'll see what happens there. Teresa, you guys, I'll let you know. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know how that's going to go down. I'm just letting you know that I still talk to Stephen Stearns. And yes, he really, I would never say that. As a matter of fact, he told me that his mom said to reach out to me because of whatever they were talking about. So, Deborah, you're already friendly. I first found you with the Maddie Soto case. I often think about Maddie, and a lot of people are here. May Maddie rest in peace. All right. May she rest in peace. Let's continue. I just wanted to give you guys, when I saw Teresa from the Madeline Soto days, I said, let me blow their mind a little bit, since mine was, I didn't think he was ever going to reach out to me again, let alone about the autopsy of Madeline Soto. So anyway, let's continue.
When she showed up, she just looked really nervous. She wasn't calm. She was kind of looking around.
And remind you, when we get towards the end of this, or even 2/3 through it, this woman, the other gentleman that's her friend, and the neighbors have a much different story than the private eye does. Yeah. Hey, Colleen, good to see you, my friend. Man, yeah, agreed. I agreed. I was wondering. Anyway, yeah, we'd love that. That was a talk. There was a talk about that too, guys. All right, let's get back to this, because this is going to be what I was going to say to you guys. I haven't had anybody on my channel. I haven't had any collaborations. I haven't done an interview like Brian Itton's doing all the time. And it's my job to do the interview, but I've always had a mod or anybody that knows people reaching out to help me get these connections and get an interview. So for this particular case, you guys, or anybody that you know that needs a voice, or somebody, a friend of hers that wants to talk about it, hook me up with them, give them my email address, and tell them they have a voice here and I want to interview them. All right. I normally, again, I just don't have time to reach out to these people and find them and it's hard. All right. Let's continue. So if anybody has any leads or needs an outlet or wants an interview, let's do it here.
She kind of got up once and walked to the door and was like looking out the door. She wasn't fidgety or anything. I have like a video from that day. I just kind of went around the table, and she was fine, as far as, she was in her right mind and everything like that. We all had brunch. We laughed. We talked. She was across the table from me. I had to go pick my son up. I hugged her bye. She hugged me, and she hugged me really tight and was like, we've got to catch up one-on-one. There was still like about 4 or 5 girls there. And she's like, I can't talk right now. But it's, I'm scared for my life. It's a crazy shit right now. She said those words. And I said, what are you talking about? What? And she's like, you don't even know. She's like, it's too much right now in front of these people. We've got to, me and you one-on-one. But I'm afraid for my life type shit. She's like, I'm with Jersey. That was another one of her friends. I guess that made me feel a little bit more comfortable that, I figured that she was hanging out with her a lot, maybe staying with her. I know Jersey lived close to them. And so I, sorry about that. That was it. She didn't, as far as people saying the mental health things, that bothers me, the negative stuff about her that I'm seeing. Nobody knows behind closed doors kind of what went on with her and him, but I've witnessed telephone calls of how he talked to her and treated her.
Now, you guys I need you to take this all in, because when we get into the other interviews that are the people that support Brannon, they say the complete opposite thing. Okay. And again, remember, I posed my very first episode as Elena Moore and Brannon running parallel with the JP Miller case. All right. So as soon as we get through this, I'm going to pop on the dispatch audio from June 5th, where someone called her missing 6 days before she ever went missing. All right. And then we're going to talk to the couple, and we're going to see the body, not the body, we're going to see the area where her body was found. All right, let's continue. There's so much more today. And you know what? I'll run that little video that we have of her with her shades, since we have 2 of them now. One with shades, one without, one at apartment 410, one at apartment 319. That makes a big difference, guys. And so does this. This does not match up with what anybody says about Brannon.
How we missed a concert one night because of her not wanting to be around him because of the way he was treating her. Those tickets were expensive. But we had a better night. We went out ourselves to eat dinner and had a great time. The video, the DoorDash, to me, when I look at that, it is very sad. Elena's clients can tell you that's not what.
See, that's the 319 one, and there's the other one without the glasses that have a 410. So what day was it? How do we know?
She looks like in the gym when she's even working out and hot and getting her, fit on. She doesn't look like that. She was panting. She was breathing very heavily. She looked to me like maybe she was disoriented a little bit. I believe this is the day that I was told she went into the hospital, that police took her there, and when it all began with the Three Rivers.
Three Rivers, guys.
So she went into a mental facility?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know how that happened. She went from the hospital straight to the Three Rivers. It obviously was.
Now, guys, I'm going to make an assumption, and I think it's going to come out. Different sound frequencies help for different issues. Pull up YouTube. Pull up on YouTube. Trouble sleeping. What? I don't know what happened, but getting her hot on. All right, let's continue. This is just the oddest thing because she was in a mental hospital prior to. Her friend says she doesn't know how, but how do we know that her husband didn't Baker act her? All right. Yeah, that's what we're watching right now. They just showed a clip of that. But guys, there's so much more. We're only talking about a tiny fraction of it. I'm only showing this for those that didn't see it.
It's herself doing it. Like they couldn't keep her there because she left on her own. I'm not really familiar with that whole story. I don't know why it's not being talked about more. I don't know if she has a mental health diagnosis besides anxiety. That's what she has told me before in the past. And she's had to, we've dealt with that. I've dealt with anxiety too. So we've dealt with that kind of together.